Hi, my name is Jim. Have you ever thought about buying a business? If so, there's three significant things you need to consider. Number one is the money. How much does it cost? Can I afford it? Will it fit my budget? And is it realistic without me going deeply into debt? Number two, the type of business. Is it a product? Is it service? Is it something I want to sell? Something I like? Is it for a specific group or for the general public? These are major decisions you have to make. And number three, the money, the type of business, and now you made a decision. What do I got to do to make money? Do I have to put in 20 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 5 hours a week? Do I have to package it, ship it, make it, put it together? What do I have to do now that I own this business? So these things are critical. Well, let's talk about the first one, money. IRS has in law laws that allow you to use tax dollars to buy a business. Donald Trump said he's amazed that people don't use this to be a little better off in their lives and provide for their families through eliminating a lot of taxes. H.R. Block talks about this year that the average family leaves more than $500 on the table for IRS to spend versus putting it in their pocket. And they're not exaggerating. They're actually what we felt was a little low. You are allowed under the law, under tax laws, to do 3 years of research looking for a business. So that means 2011, 12, and 13, you can do research. Let's say you got on the internet and you looked for a business. You drove around, you went to a meeting. You even bought a small business. You used your computer. It was on your desk. It was in your home. Electricity is running in that home. You used the phone. You used the lighting. All of these things are tax write-offs while you're doing research to be in a business. You can write off up to $5,000 on your taxes just for the research before you started the business. Now, if you're in a 28% tax bracket, that's a $1,400 return. That's money you gave to the government. You can't get back. So, what you do is you've looked at these businesses. Now you go out and you find one that will allow you to get started because the money is there. Number two, looking for a product. You want a product that you like, product that's provided, ideally for the general public, so you have more people. One that not just you alone, once you bought the product, you're sitting there all by yourself and say, now what do I do? The company talked about me making $4,000 a week. Well, they sent me a video and a paper, and they said, get on the internet and call your mother, father, brother, sisters, aunt, and uncles. Maybe you've even done that. You can't do that anymore because they don't like you. They don't want to hear anything about a business, especially if you were selling them some crazy product. So you got to look for a product that's been in business a long time, a company that can provide services, and the help needed when you sit down to start making money. These things are very critical. And what we did, we're a group. We are Team Elite. We got together. It's under the theory of what they call synectic solutions. Synectic solutions is where a group of unlike people, a doctor, an attorney, a plumber, a carpenter, beautician, janitor, so forth, get together and sit down and talk about the problems inherent in buying a business. This is where we came up with these three criteria to search. Some of us had already tried businesses and they didn't make it. Some of us got close and didn't make it, and we knew what our problems were. So as a group, even though we're diverse, we come up with a great deal of knowledge. Then we sat down with a game plan. We said, all right, let's go out and let's search the market. We know that the average person working in America today is trying to pay their bills, get ahead, struggling week to week, and there is not a lot of money left over to reach that American dream of business ownership. We also know, based on the statistics, that the average family is leaving $500 to $1,000 every year on the table, average, some more, some less, that they could get back if they started a business. This is cash in hand. So one of the things we wanted to do was find a business that could be started with that kind of money. This allowed us to reach out to millions of people out there who have the dream, but not the money. That was the first criteria. Let's find one in that range. Now, the second criteria was one that has been in business quite a long time. Why? Because we need that, because we're not experts in business. We're not great salesmen. We need the support and longevity of a company that will pass investigations, will pass people checking them out. We wanted a company that had in place the mechanisms for support, training, and various other things, websites. We also wanted a company that was there when we called and somebody to talk to. And of course, most importantly, we wanted a company that was going to pay us. We wanted to make money. And that pretty much is the bottom line to all of it. Well, we probably, sum total, looked at over 200, 250 businesses. We spent probably 14 months during that period discussing the various businesses and narrowing them down and narrowing them down. We found 10 or 12 that meet quite a few of the things that we liked. They're out there. We found one that we're doing. You don't have to buy into it. You could use these theories to buy another business because they will help you make decisions in anything you do. Well, we found one that is unique. Number one, they've been in business since 1926. They have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. They will fly any investigation by any company or any person in the United States of America who wishes to go look at them. They have an impeccable record. They provide a service that is not touchable in this country. No one else has it. It meets the needs of millions and millions of people. In fact, the potential market is over 300 million people. There's very few people who can say, I don't need that. And it meets affordability to the average family. It's logical for them, and it actually provides them a service that's not going to cost them money. They use it one time, they actually have got their money back. We found that. We found a company that supports us. They have provided and built a website. You actually get your own website, your picture on it with your name, not theirs. You have a support team. You have a back office. They manage your entire business for you. They tell you who's working every day, who's making money, what's going on, what products are being shipped, and everything that is done and everything you need to know about your business, they do for us. We don't do it. It's called back office. They have all this in place. They are a billion-dollar company. They are not a startup or fly-by-night company. As I said, their track record goes all the way back to 1926. And they pay very well. And they provide one thing that everybody should look for in buying a business: residual income. Don't buy a business, you sell a product, and then next week you have to sell another one to make money. You're just going around in a circle, and you're going to have to work your little butt off. Residual income, your insurance man is a classic. He sells you, the next person, and each person who buys adds a monthly income to him. Until in a 5-6 year period, he's driving a nice car, living in a nice house, and providing for his family and making a good living, even if he didn't get out of bed that week. Residual income, really a priority to business. Well, we found those things. And so we elected to go with that particular company. Now, if you want to rate it just without getting into it in great detail, you're very familiar with AAA. Well, this service has been around longer than AAA, but they always did over-the-road service for tractor trailers, hauling the big rigs. Now, they really learned the business and the service business. Well, Virgil Coffey, the CEO, former Secretary of State, a leader in the Congress, great amount of awards, a leader in the American Indian communities, and incredible background, who built the largest legal service in the world. Bought the company and said, okay, let's provide this to every American because there's nothing like it. I'll give you a good example. In AAA, you get 3 limited tows a year, X amount of miles. That's it, you're done. In this company, you get unlimited 100-mile tows, unlimited. You could have your car towed this week. Let's say next week you're with your daughter and she has to have her car towed. As long as you are with a car, that car is covered to have you towed. If you're Wife breaks down out on the road, you can drive out there and stand by the car and give them the information and they will tow her car. 100 miles, unlimited. Second feature, AAA, they have roadside service. They pay a nominal fee, you pay the rest. A lady had to have her keys taken out of the trunk. In this case, it was a BMW, and they don't like to open BMWs. So they told her, we'll tell you to the BMW dealership. You have that covered. Then we will provide you with $60. It'll take you about 6 weeks to do your paperwork and everything to get it back. And they wanted $120 to open the trunk. Well, I drove out to her, and the record driver came up, opened the trunk, and drove off, and it didn't cost a dime. That's a great service in itself. Other road services, if you run out of gas, battery goes dead. You have locked your keys in the car. You have a flat tire, and your wife is out there with the kids and she can't change it. They will come out unlimited amounts of time, up to $100. They will not charge you 1 penny. Not the only way you get charged. Let's say you needed a tire and it was $130. You'd have to pay the $30. Or a battery and you wanted a big battery. It was $110. You'd have to pay the $10, but not the first $100. But here's another feature that's really great. It's 10, 11 o'clock at night. A family member is coming home. They got the kids in the car, and the car breaks down. They call. The company will immediately call the closest service, and they have services all over the United States of America. They will call back and say it will be here in about 30, 35 minutes. Let's say you're uncomfortable because it's dark out and it's on a lonely road. You tell them, they will notify the quickest sheriff's car in the area to be there immediately to make sure that you're protected. You can't put a price tag on that. It's not possible. Another great feature is when you're out on the road. You're in Mississippi, 300 miles from home. Your car breaks down. Where do I take it? They have dealers all over the country. They will tow your car. Where do I stay? They have hotels all over the country, and they will provide you up to $500 in cash to make sure you're taken care of till your car is done. That, again, is priceless to be broke down out on the road. They were talking about some 43 million people driving on the roads for Thanksgiving, and out of the 43 million, about 3-4 million whose cars broke down and ate up all their money this year. I thought that was a very interesting article. It was on one of the morning shows. They provide legal services, bar none. The top legal services in the United States, because Virgin Comp happens on that company. Medical. Even if you have insurance, you go to the emergency room. You're on a deductible, say $500. They allow you up to $500 for all emergency room businesses and for all accidents for you and your family, whether it's at home or at work or play. That's priceless. They have many, many other services to provide. You can get in the program and you can buy a share for $9, make $300-400 a month. You can buy a share for $19, make $600-700 a month. You can become a business owner with us for $39.95. Put in 10-20 hours a week and start making $1,000-1,500 a month and let it grow from there off residual income. You have a lot of rental. What this does is meets the needs of everybody. You're going to get back tax dollars. You can pay $9 a month and start the business and grow from there. We advertise together as a team. We work as a team. And when one person sells, we all as a team share in the profits. There is nothing in the United States to touch it. We'd be happy to talk to you, show you the program, answer questions. You still, again, could use all of this information to buy any business. But I think you'll find, like us, for that low dollar amount, we really have the vehicle. You can contact us at We Are Team Elite under info@weareteamelite.com. One of the reps will be happy to call you on the phone. We will go over the program with you and show you how you could join our group using tax dollars. Thank you very much.